Ever feel like the universe is roasting your love life? That was me. 9 crushes, 9 rejections. Friends, classmates, dating apps, even the barista. Ghosted, friendzoned, soft, no's, you name it. At first, I blamed bad luck, but after some honest reflection and way too many sad memes, I realized I was repeating the same mistakes. So let's talk about why rejection really happens and how to learn from it, grow, and maybe turn the next no into a solid, let's grab coffee. Mistake 1, being too generic. No one wants to date a robot. Here's the brutal truth. If your opening move is boring, forgettable, or feels copy-pasted, why would anyone get excited? For years, my default was some version of, hey, how's your day, or what's up? Maybe I'd add, you're cute, or toss out a compliment I'd heard on TikTok. Real story. I once texted 3 different girls in the same week, hey, how's your week going? Guess what I got? 2 good you and 1 ghost. Why this fails? It doesn't stand out. It's easy to ignore, and it feels like you could send it to anyone. Nobody wants to feel like just another, hey. How to fix it? Get specific. Show you notice something about them. Hey, that playlist you posted yesterday is fire. Where do you find those songs? Or, you have a talent for picking the best memes. What's your secret? Or, serious question, if you could only eat one thing for breakfast forever, what would it be? A little detail goes a long way. Mistake 2, being way too intense, way too fast. Sometimes rejection isn't about being too boring. It's about coming on way too strong. When you like someone, it's easy to overshare, overcompliment, or talk about your feelings before they even know your last name. Real story. I once confessed, I've had a crush on you for ages and I think we'd be amazing together. On the second day of texting. Cue the awkward silence and I'm not really looking to date right now. Why this fails? It puts way too much pressure on the other person and doesn't leave space for natural connection. How to fix it? Keep it light. Start with shared interests, jokes, or little challenges, not your deepest secrets. Bet you can't guess my go-to karaoke song? Or, do you think pineapple on pizza is a crime, or are you chill? Flirt a little, but don't go full rom-com confession right away. Mistake 3, talking only about yourself, or never sharing at all. I didn't realize it at the time, but half my conversations were just me telling stories about my day, my job, my weekend plans, or worse, just asking questions but never sharing anything personal. Real story. A girl literally texted back, you ask a lot of questions, but I don't really know you. Ouch. Why this fails? One-sided conversations are exhausting. If it's all about you, it's boring. If it's all questions, it feels like an interview. How to fix it? Balance is everything. Share something about yourself with every question. I just survived a Monday full of meetings. What's your least favorite day of the week? Or, I finally tried sushi for the first time. Took me 22 years. What's a food you wish you liked but just can't? Make her feel like she's in a real conversation, not just on a Q&A panel. Mistake 4, not reading the room, ignoring signals, and going for the wrong vibe. Some rejections were my fault because I just didn't pay attention. If she replied with short answers, slow replies, or never asked anything back, I'd keep pushing, thinking, if I just keep texting, she'll come around. Real story. I once sent, hey, are you mad at me? After no reply for a day. Not my best look. Why this fails? It's needy and makes the other person feel pressured or even guilty. How to fix it? Give people time and space. Everyone is busy. If they want to talk, they will. One message, then wait. If she's interested, she'll reply. If not, you haven't embarrassed yourself or killed the vibe. Mistake 5, going negative or complaining too much. It's easy to vent or bond over something you hate, like this class sucks or my boss is the worst. But if you make it a habit, people start to associate you with bad vibes. I'll open with rants about my job, or how stressed I was, or even just how tired I felt. Eventually, someone said, wow, you're always so negative. You good? Why this fails? Nobody wants to get a downer notification. People crave energy, positivity, or at least a sense of fun. How to fix it? Sure, share real stuff, but balance it with positive stories, humor, or even a dumb meme. Long day, but at least I found a new taco place. Ever tried X Spot? Work was a grind, but I won my fantasy league, so I'll call it a win. Mistake 6, the ghoster or double texter spiral. I'd get nervous if someone didn't reply, so I'd double text, like, hey, just checking in, or did you see my last message? Sometimes I'd get impatient and ghost myself if I thought things weren't moving fast enough. Real story. I once sent, hey, are you mad at me? After no reply for a day. Not my best look. Why this fails? It's needy and makes the other person feel pressured or even guilty. How to fix it? Give people time and space. Everyone is busy. If they want to talk, they will. One message, then wait. If she's interested, she'll reply. If not, you haven't embarrassed yourself or killed the vibe. Mistake 7. Never getting to the point, not making a move. Sometimes I'd text for weeks, always friendly, always fun, but never actually asked them out or suggested hanging out. After a while, the chat would fade away, or worse, I'd get the "you're such a good friend" message. That one stung. Why this fails? If you don't signal interest, they'll assume you're just there for friendship or small talk. How to fix it? Don't wait forever. If things are going well, make a move. I've had fun talking. Would you want to grab coffee sometime? Or, you seem like you have strong ice cream opinions. Prove me wrong. If she's interested, she'll say yes, or at least suggest another time. If not, you get closure and can move on. Mistake 8. Comparing yourself to others or acting fake. I'd see people on social media with flashy dates or perfect selfies and feel like I had to act cooler, use lines that didn't feel like me, or exaggerate stories to impress. One girl called me out. You don't have to pretend. I actually liked your original stories better. Why this fails? People can spot fake energy. Confidence comes from being real, not acting like someone else. How to fix it? Own your quirks, your sense of humor, your stories. If you're a meme nerd, lean in. If you're passionate about random hobbies, talk about them. Authenticity wins, always. Mistake 9. Giving up after rejection instead of learning and leveling up. After my 5th or maybe 7th rejection, I almost quit flirting altogether. I'd tell myself, it's not for me, I'm just unlucky. But every failed conversation taught me something about reading people, about myself, about what actually makes a conversation fun. How to fix it? Treat every rejection as a lesson, not a verdict on your worth. Every no sharpens your instincts, toughens your confidence, and gets you closer to a yes. You don't lose until you quit. The turnaround. How I finally started getting real replies and dates. After all those misses, here's what changed. I got specific and personal in my openers. I mixed humor, curiosity, and just enough boldness. I paid attention to their energy and matched it. I didn't overthink silence. I remembered, it's supposed to be fun. Messages that finally worked. Hey, if you could teleport anywhere for dinner tonight, where would you go? You seem like you have strong ice cream opinions. Prove me wrong. Or, I survived my presentation. You promised me a celebration mean. Pay up. Suddenly, I was getting real conversations, actual laughs, and yes, a few dates. Final thoughts. Everyone strikes out. Just make sure you're learning. 9 rejections? Honestly, that's nothing to be ashamed of. Every no is a step closer to a real connection, if you're willing to learn, adjust, and stay authentic. Your yes is still waiting. If this helped, hit like, subscribe, or drop your own rejection stories or wins in the comments. Let's keep learning and laughing together.